A very good morning, students. Welcome back to 10th standard science video class. Let us start the science video class with the continuation of lesson optics part 3. In previous class, I explained about refractions through convex and concave lens and the applications and differentiation of concave and convex lens. Today, let us learn about the anatomy of human eyes. Human eye is the most valuable and sensitive organ which is responsible for vision. Structure of eye. Eyeball is spherical in shape and its diameter is 2.3 centimeter, and the eyeball consists of tough membrane is known as sclera, which is used to protect the internal part of eye. So our eyeball is spherical in nature. Let us detailedly learn about the parts of eyes. First one, cornea. It is a thin transparent layer which is located in front surface of eyeball. When light enters through the cornea, it refracts or bend the light and pass the light into lens. And next one is iris. It is a colored part of eye. It may be blue, brown, green or any other colors is there. And it is used to control the amount of light entering into the pupil. So the iris is used to control the amount of light entering into the pupil. And next one is pupil. It is the center part of iris. That center dark black part is that is known as pupil, and it is the pathway for light to retina when the light passes into the retina through the pupil. And next one is retina. It is the back surface of the eyes and it is a sensitive part of the eyes in which the real and inverted image of object is formed at retina. So it located at the back part of the back side of the eyes. And next one is eye lens. It is a very important part, and the lens of human eyes are convex in nature. So students, you already well known about the convex lens and how the light rays or refractions through the convex lens. And next one is ciliary muscles. The eye lens is fixed between the ciliary muscles and it helps to change the focal length of eye lens. So with the help of ciliary muscles, the eye lens or change the focal length of eye lens. So these are the parts of eyes, that is cornea, iris, pupil, retina, eye lens and ciliary muscles. Next we will learn about the working mechanism of human eyes. How the images are formed and it will be visualized. Let us detailedly discuss about the working mechanism of human eyes. Cornea, which is a transparent layer of eye, when the light rays bends and enter into the pupil, which is located at the center part of the iris. We already know the pupil is located at the center part of the iris. Then the adjusted light passes to eye lens, which is convex in nature. If the light rays are enter into the convex lens, what will happen? Yes, the convex lens converge the refracted rays. And which type of image is formed in convex lens? The real and inverted image is formed on the retina of convex lens. Then the retina passes the real and inverted image to brain through optic nerves. Finally, the brain senses the correct image. So this is the working of human eyes. That is, once again, the light rays enter into the cornea, that is the transparent layer of eyes, which bend the light rays through the pupil. Pupil is the center part of iris, and pupil, after that pupil, the light rays are passes to the eye lens. Our eye lens is convex in nature. With the help of convex lens, the light rays are converge, which form a real and inverted image on retina. And retina passes the image to brain through optic nerves. So then the brain senses the correct image. Students, are you understood about the working mechanisms of human eye? Okay. Next, we will learn about the power accommodations of eyes. The eye lens focus nearby as well as distinct object, and this ability is known as power of accommodations of eye. That is, the eye lens focus both nearby and distant object. If we see the distant object, the ciliary muscles are relaxed and make the eye lens become thinner. So the focal length of eye lens increases. We already know the ciliary muscles is responsible for the focal length of eye lens. Once the ciliary muscles relax, the focal length of eye lens increases. Then we see the distinct object clearly. And how you see the closer object clearly? If the ciliary muscles are contract and make the eye lens become thicker, so the focal length of eye lens decreases. Hence we see the closer object clearly from the retina. So just opposite to that distant object. So once again, in distant object the ciliary muscles are relaxed and eye lens becomes thinner and the focal length of eye lens increases. Hence we see in the distant object clearly. In closer object the ciliary muscles are contract and the eye lens becomes thicker. The focal length of eye lens decreases. So the closer object clearly formed on retina. And next we will learn about far and near point of human eye. The minimum distance required to see the object without strain is known as near point of eye, and it is normally 25 centimeter for human eyes. So we should see any object with at least 25 centimeter distance from your eyes, that is the mobiles or textbooks or any objects we will see with the minimum distance 25 centimeter. And the maximum distance required to see the object is clearly known as fair point of eye, and it is infinity for normal eyes. And next we learn about the defects in eye. In some people, the eye loses its power of accommodations due to many reasons such as genetical, aging, etc. So the vision becomes defective. Let us discuss the common defects of human eyes such as myopia, hypermetropia, presbyopia and astigmatism. First one, myopia. It is also known as short-sightedness and it occurs due to lengthening of eyeball. And in this myopia defect, nearby object can be seen clearly but the distant objects cannot seen clearly. How the myopia form? That is, the focal length of eye lens is reduced. That means the distance between the eye lens and the retina increases. Then the image of distant objects are formed before the retina. So we cannot able to see the distant object clearly. Once again, the focal length of eye lens is reduced. That means the distance between the eye lens and retina will get increases. So the image is formed before the retina. So we cannot clearly see the distant object. And this defect can be corrected using concave lens. If myopia defect is corrected by wearing the concave lens. And the focal length of required concave lens is calculated by f is equal to xy by x minus y. So myopia is a short-sightedness and during this defect the nearby objects can be seen clearly but the distant objects cannot be seen clearly. And this defect is corrected using concave lens. Next we learn about hypermetropia. It is also known as long-sightedness and it occurs due to shortening of eyeball. In this hypermetropia defect, the distant objects can be seen clearly but the nearby objects cannot be seen clearly. It's just opposite to myopia. How it is formed? When the focal length of eye lens is increased. That means the distance between the eye lens and retina is decreases. Then the image of distant objects are formed behind the retina. So we cannot able to see the nearby objects. That is, the focal length of eye lens is increased and the distance between the eye lens and retina will get decreases. The image of objects are formed behind the retina. So we cannot able to see the nearby object. And this defect can be corrected by using convex lens. If you wear the convex lens to correct the defect of hypermetropia, that is long-sightedness. During this defect, distant objects can be seen clearly but nearby objects cannot seen clearly. And this defect, focal length of required for this defect is calculated by f is equal to dd by d minus d. And next one is presbyopia. Due to aging, the ciliary muscles of eye become weak because the ciliary muscles is mainly responsible for the focal length of eye lens. It will become weak and the eye lens become rigid, that means inflexible. So the eye loses its power of accommodations. This is caused due to the aging defect. Then the old persons cannot see nearby objects clearly, and this defect is known as old age hypermetropia. And some persons may have both the defect of myopia and hypermetropia. And how it is corrected? If it is the myopia is caused to the persons, means it is corrected by wearing that concave lens. If it is hypermetropia, means it is corrected by wearing the convex lens. But some persons may have the both defect of myopia and hypermetropia, and it can be corrected by wearing bifocal lens. That is, the upper part consists of concave lens and the lower part consists of convex lens. So, in single lens which contains concave and convex, that is known as bifocal lens. Next one is astigmatism. In this defect, the eye cannot see parallel and horizontal lines due to the development of cataract on eye lens. The cataract, that means there is a layer formed on the sclera of this eye, that is known as cataract, and this defect is caused due to the cataract and ulceration of cornea, that means injury of cornea, and this defect is corrected by wearing the cylindrical lens. Students, I hope you understood about the anatomy of human eyes, that is the parts of eye and working mechanisms of human eye, and the power of accommodations, far and near point, and defects of eye such as myopia, hypermetropia, presbyopia and astigmatism. Thank you, students.